This is bao, and it's a type of Vietnamese dumpling. Dumplings are my version of fast food, so when I found out there's a walking tour where you taste some of the best dumplings in Adelaide, I thought I'd better take one for the team and check it out.
Caitlin Hilson is a self-confessed food fanatic. She loves to share her discoveries with others, and that's how Feast on Foot started. Today's 2.5-hour tour sets off from Chinatown and takes in 4 different cuisine versions of the dumpling.
How do you actually define what a dumpling is?
Look, I like to define a dumpling as anything that's really wrapped in dough. So you can have the European versions, which are just balls of dough, or you can have the Chinese versions, which are wonton wrappers with meat or vegetables inside. All right, everybody, we're at our first stop now. We're going to have some of Kingsley's delicious Russian pierogi. So I would recommend the beef and rice. He's also, as you can see, they're cooking some new ones freshly.
How would you describe a pierogi to someone that hasn't had one before?
A little parcel of happiness.
Could that describe all the dumplings today?
Pretty much, yeah.
Next up, the Chinese version.
We have some steamed dumplings and some fried dumplings on the table now. I encourage you to try them with a little bit of the vinegar that's on the table and a little bit of chilli if you're feeling brave. Let me know at the end which you prefer, the steamed or the fried.
Yeah, I love the fried ones because they're kind of fried and crispy on the bottom, soft and silky on the top. They're an absolute winner.
And we find that learning about some secret street art is the perfect way to walk off those first 2 courses.
The Toy Soldiers were some of the first artists in Adelaide who went to the City Council and said, can we actually paint on your walls? They actually asked permission. And because of that, a lot of their stuff is around Adelaide now.
I like the cheeky look on the fox's
The fox,
face.
yeah. You will actually see...
Wink. It's like he just told a joke.
It kind of is, isn't it? You'll actually see a lot of foxes around Adelaide. There are lots of little tiles about this big, and they all have a little fox on them.
Who knew?
I know. Look around and you'll see lots of stuff.
Now, I'm not going to give too much away, but I guarantee you'll learn things you never knew about our city's art and history. Then, mandu, which literally means Korean dumplings, and they're made right in front of you. The best surprise? Some amazing pickles. I was pretty happy with Caitlin's picks so far.
Well, I absolutely love dumplings, and there was a lot of trial and error involved, and I had to make sure that the research was done to find Adelaide's best dumplings.
Purely from a quality control point of view,
Absolutely,
I'm sure.
yeah.
So is it always 4 places that you go?
Yeah, well, we discovered that if we do any more than 4, that people just cannot fit their last lot in.
I challenge that. I would give that a good
Bring it on.
We finish up with a round of bao and Vietnamese coffee at Sit Lo, just a few doors away. We're full of dumplings and by now we're all mates. Another successful tour for Caitlin. She runs them every Saturday with private tours on request.
I think what I loved about today's tour was it wasn't just about the food.
No, we try to incorporate history and street art into it, and it's really important for people to walk around and try the food and enjoy the local food, but also find out more about the city that they live in, and also for visitors to come in and learn a bit more as well.